everyone. I'm in Mexico, in Playa, Carmen. I've been here a few weeks now and I'm living in a co-living space for the first time. It's been a lot of fun because I've already met some nice friends and we've all been hanging out, and yeah, it's cool. I'm staying sort of away from where all the tourists are. So around me it's pretty much entirely Mexicans, which I love. Playa del Carmen has got this very touristy section as well, where I do go, but for living I really like being among locals. I want to show you one of my favorite restaurants. I come here pretty much every single day. It's called Playa. This is Lucas. Hola!
Yeah.
I met Lucas here. He works at Playa and I see him every single day when I come here for lunch. How long have you worked here?
Work here? 2 months.
2 months? You like it?
Yeah, I like it so much.
Are you vegan?
No.
You're not vegan?
Now, yes.
No. Okay, nice. Gracias. Just trying to find a good spot to sit down and answer some of your questions. Okay, here we go. That is an excellent question, and it's also a really broad question because I've been to quite a lot of places, and there are a lot of places that I would travel over and over again. As far as regions go, my favorite part of the world for travel has been sub-Saharan Africa. Partly because they're so underrated and very untraveled, by Westerners at least, and so it's not built for tourists. Some parts of the world are really frequently traveled, like Southeast Asia, for example. So there's kind of common tourist trails, so everybody kind of goes to the same spots. Whereas in Africa, there isn't really such a trail. You kind of have to find out for yourself, and I used to take buses just to random spots around different countries, and not even know whether I'd find a hostel or other travelers there. And there were definitely places I went where I couldn't see a single other traveler in the whole town. So for me, as a kind of explorer and someone who's really curious about the world and wants to see authentic places that aren't built for tourists, sub-Saharan Africa was amazing. When will you come to Australia? I actually know the person who wrote this question. So my plan was to go to Australia in 2020 but then obviously COVID happened, and so I didn't manage to go to Australia. At the time, they had this visa called the working holiday visa, and it was only valid for people under the age of, or up to the age of 30. And I turned 30 that year. So, was it that year? Yeah. Or the year after. Either way, I was very close to 30. And so by the time my birthday happened and the visa had been extended, it's now valid until you're 35, I believe. I kind of just had moved on and come to Mexico and started the journey in the Americas. And so my Australia plans kind of took a back seat. So I don't know when I'll be in Australia. At some point, one day I'll make it to Australia. What's your job? Good question. So I'm a science teacher by training. In the UK, in London, I worked as a science teacher in secondary school. So I taught students aged between 11 and 18 biology, chemistry, physics, up to the age of 16, and biology up to the age of 18. And I loved my job. I really enjoyed teaching science. But I always wanted to travel. I just wanted to see the world and learn, and I have this real adventurous streak. And so I wanted freedom and to be able to work from anywhere. And so I started a company to teach science online. And so that's what I do now. I teach science online. Obviously right now I'm trying to sort of get this YouTube channel started and hopefully give you guys some value and ideas and inspiration and adventure. But also tell stories of other people that I meet along the way. And also hopefully promote traveling in a way that is involving the locals rather than kind of being in your own little bubble away from locals. I had to move because they started playing music somewhere over there. Okay, I found a new spot. When are you coming to Malaysia? I've actually been to Malaysia already and I loved it. I enjoyed Malaysia a lot. I'll do a video about Malaysia at some point because I actually have a lot to say about the country and my experience there. As someone who passes as an Indian Tamil, In Malaysia, I blended in as an Indian Tamil, and so my perspective as a traveler in Malaysia was kind of different. So stay tuned for that video because I will be doing that one at some point soon. What's your weekend plan? So this particular weekend I've got absolutely no plans so far, and last weekend as well I didn't do anything particularly adventurous. I needed a couple of weekends just to relax because I recently had a weekend of this.
I feel great!
So the stages are amazing, this tree is amazing. One of our tapestries fell down over here.
Dusty orange copy.
Dusty orange. Over and out. Day 2! Dance festivals are amazing. All right, day 3. So that was a lot, and so I just need a couple weeks just to wind down, just chill out. Having said that, I always say I'm gonna do nothing and then I always end up doing something. So hence why this channel is called Adventure with Isha, because it just seems to find me. I just seem to always be doing something. And I do update my Instagram pretty regularly, so if you follow me on there, then well, I'll post what I do at the weekend. How do you manage to find vegan food in the countries that have meat-heavy diets? Good question. So it is hard to find vegan food in those countries sometimes. Usually cities have got some kind of vegan, a vegan restaurant or vegan options. A really great tool that I've been using is Happy Cow. Happy Cow is an app that shows you vegan and vegetarian restaurants around the world. It's global. And it will give you sort of fully vegan restaurants, vegetarian restaurants, and also just regular restaurants that have good options for vegans and vegetarians. So yeah, it's a really, really wonderful app. I would highly recommend it. Okay, this is a really nice comment. I love your content and the places. I love the places you travel, and the way you travel is really inspiring. That's really sweet. Any advice on life? Well, I guess I have been alive for 32 years, so I can start dishing out life advice. My advice would be to stop caring what anybody else thinks about you and what you do with your life. Unless you're hurting people or animals, that would be my own kind of caveat to that. But as long as you're not harming anybody, as long as you're not harming animals knowingly, and as long as you're trying to make the world a better place, everything else is pretty much up to you. You can live life however you want to. So yeah, my advice would be to stop caring about what other people think as soon as possible. It is getting very loud now, so this is going to be the last question for today. Yeah, stop caring what anybody else thinks. Do what you want to do and try to cause the least harm possible and do the most good possible and help as many people along the way as you can. That would be my best life advice. Yeah, it's getting to that time of day when there's a lot of cars and a lot of motorbikes, so I'm going to end the video there. Thank you so much for watching my videos, those of you who do, and thank you so much for everyone who's liked videos and who's subscribed and who's commented. There are lots of questions in the comments which I haven't got around to yet, so I'll do these Q&A videos more often, shall I? Because I have a lot of questions to get through. Have a wonderful day, afternoon, night, wherever you're watching this from, at whatever time you're watching this, and I will see you in the next video. Oh, I'm just walking on this really cute dog here along. Hello. Don't know whose dog it is though. Okay, hasta luego. Oh no, he's so cute. Oh.